Okay guys, real quick, so some Overwatch lore dropped today. I was not expecting that. I was going to do a different video tomorrow, but instead I'm going to do this video and another video after this. It's going to be a Doomfist video. So yeah, I just want to make that very clear now. Anyway, I'm going to be talking about the new comic slash short story that released, and it's just going to be about Vendetta, New Lady, a couple other name drops, etc. It's not going to be long, it's not going to be very intensive because I'm only going to be talking about the new stuff in that. So let's get into it. So we have two new names mentioned, and we're going to be talking about Coliseo and Talon first, since they're both under Vendetta. So first, we have Colelia, which she is an upcoming racer in the chariot races in Coliseo, and she is described as kind of like a ruthless champion as well as a dirty fighter and driver by Vendetta. So I just want to mention her, so I'm not leaving anything out here. And then we have another new character mentioned who is named Horatius. I believe he's a man, and he is currently undefeated in the chariot races. However, this very new character that I will be talking about in the second half of this video, she is like, yeah, he may be undefeated, but I still like the upcoming starter to root for them instead of him, which, that just kind of gives into her personality, which maybe is how she became into the position she was, even with her standing beforehand, which we will get into in her part. Now for Vendetta, I really only have three new things. Now, for me at least, it's official. She does rule over basically the entirety of Coliseo. Obviously not entirety, but now I don't think it's just the arena. Because like she was obviously most powerful in the arena, but I think overall in Coliseo she rules. To go off of that, I also think that most people that work for Vendetta directly, i.e., Cloelia, this new up and coming racer, she might be in one way or another working for Talon as well, whether she knows it or not. I'm not sure, but that's the vibes I'm getting. Is these people will also help Talon whether they know it or not. And then the final piece of like just lore, to me, at least how it sounded, was the fact that the way Vendetta was talking to this new lady, it sounded like she wanted to use Vishkar's shielding technologies for more than just what they're already being used for. Maybe war related, maybe her own fighters. I'm not exactly sure. This is just a couple things I'm throwing out because I have to get this video out quick, but for tomorrow, aka Tuesday, aka today. Otherwise, they might drop something tomorrow or Wednesday for Spotlight, and I'm going to be like, I should have figured that. Or, oh my god, it was so clear, you know what I mean? So that's the end of Talon slash Coliseo slash Vendetta, and now we're going to get into the Vishkar side. For the easier one of the Vishkar side, we're going to be talking about Sanjay first, and the only new things we really learn, or that come back up again, one, Sanjay is the dedicated negotiator of Vishkar. However, in this endeavor to have a conversation and negotiation with Vendetta, he failed and actually ended up insulting her to the point where he had to get his boss to come and talk to Vendetta to redo negotiations. So, big Sanjay L, I'm not gonna lie, but we don't get a lot on him. So right now, he's kind of just here until he does more. Maybe he'll never do more. Maybe he's more like Maximilian, where he gets a thing here or there. Aside from Maximilian recently getting a lot of attention. But yeah, that's on Sanjay. So making this clear, this is the longest part of the video, as this is a brand new character that I don't think we knew about before, but now she is new to the lore, which she could have been present the entire time. We just never got anything about the upper levels of Vishkar, so I just want to make that clear now. This woman's name is Vera Singanya. Now, she is the current vice president of Vishkar, and she's also the granddaughter of the founder of Vishkar, which means she's above Sanjay, aka his boss. She usually handles operations and business development wise, and so unfortunately Sanjay fucked up, so she has to step in and basically redo negotiations with Vendetta. However, she does state very clearly that, hey, if we do this, anything we do together that fails is your fault, and anything we do together that succeeds is my fault, okay? And Vendetta agrees, being like, okay, it's fair enough, you're playing hardball, I was playing hardball, let's do it, right? There's one key thing you cannot get from the video, and it's the fact that Miss Saganya actually has multiple arms. What do I mean? Well, she has her two human arms, and you know how architects, they cut off their arm and replace it with a robotic one to mess with hardlight. Well, instead, she has two floating, maybe even hardlight arms, I'm not sure, but she has two arms floating behind her that then let her be an architect. So there was another way other than cutting off your arm if you were powerful enough or in a certain standing, I would assume. So yes, she has 4 arms, 2 big bulky things floating behind her that will let her do her architecture work, or do holograms, etc., etc. And then something in the YouTube video description only, so they did exclusives in both the story and the video. If you look, it'll say Vendetta and then Varia Singanya, whatever, right? But if you look at the very bottom, it says, I forgot how to say her name, but the lady who voices Vendetta as Vendetta, and then the lady who voices this woman, Varia, as Dominia, which means she is most likely going to be a hero revealed in Spotlight, because otherwise they wouldn't give her an alternate name unless it was mentioned in the video. So that makes me think Dominia is going to be an upcoming hero this year. Or maybe they'll do more heroes this year. Maybe they'll show us heroes for next year somewhat. So maybe we'll get a concept art of her and she comes next year. Like, this is Dominia. Or this is her code name, Dominia. Maybe Dominia is her code name. I don't know. But yeah, I just want to get this video real quick because I'm going to do another video. So I don't want to take too much time on either and all that. So I will see you guys in the next one after Spotlight, or the same day. Probably not the same day. Probably after. Anyway, bye-bye.